Coming up on this edition of Airborne, Belite debuts the Ultralight ProCub. Flight Design says the C4 is getting close to its first flight. And Rotax unveils a sport model of the 912 IS. Welcome to Airborne on Aero-TV. I'm Ashley Hale. Today we're recapping the Sun and Fun fly-in in Lakeland, Florida. James Wiebe came to Lakeland this year with a new ultralight airplane, the ProCub. Wiebe, who's the founder of Belite Aircraft, talked with Jim Campbell about his latest airplane that features, amongst other things, a dock for an iPad mini.
James, second day of Sun and Fun. We're all here kind of enjoying some surprisingly good weather after some of the stuff that came through here last week. But the thing we really came to see were the interesting and exciting new airplanes that are coming on the scene. And let's face it, you got the newest thing here. Tell us all about it.
Well, this is the brand new ProCub Lite from Belite Aircraft. It was designed from the ground up to be a new design ultralight aircraft, and I really had a point to make. The point was that using Part 103, one could design and build an aircraft that had safety, performance, aerodynamic improvements, ease of flight, just basically get it all into one package and make it so that people could enjoy flight at a reasonable price. Kits on our product line start at about $6,500 and go up from there. This particular airplane starts a full-featured kit for around $10,000. The price ready to fly from the factory starts at around $28,000 and goes up from there. This aircraft uses a CNC cut foam rib, which is interspersed with aluminum ribs, so it's a completely solid look on the wing. There's carbon fiber spars in it. The tail as well is also foam and carbon fiber, so we were able to craft a J3 look. We redid the wingtips, we redid the tail to make it look very much like a nostalgic aircraft. People look at this and they just fall in love right away. It's like, it's the look that people want to fly.
Flight Design, long known for their light sport airplanes, is nearing its first flight for its C4 four-place airplane, which will be the first from the company to be Part 23 certified. Tom Patton spoke with Flight Design USA President Tom Peghiny about the status of this project.
Tom Peghiny with Flight Design. We're here in front of the mock-up version of the C4, which I understand is moving along through its process. Can you give us a quick update on where this project stands?
Flight Design is certifying the plane first in Europe, which will allow the process to move along more quickly. With regards to the prototypes, they've completed 2 airframes and they've done the structural tests on one set of airframe parts, and they're building up the flight test prototype right now, expecting a first flight in June. Today at Sun and Fun 2014, we are debuting the Flight Design Vision Touch. The FAA wants to double the safety at half the cost, and Garmin came up with a very innovative system that includes the new Garmin G3X touchscreens with full synthetic vision, which is a piece of equipment normally associated with the experimental aircraft, but we're employing them in the C4 as well as a certified stack based on the Garmin GTN 750 Black Series.
Quicksilver is set to offer its Sport 2S as an SLSA, and it has established 2 remote manufacturing locations to assist with sales and distribution. Beaver Borne from Quicksilver Aeronautics says the change moves the company into the ready-to-fly market.
The company has a long history, and I think the reason why it's still around today is because when it was originally done, when it moved into the newer technology from the hang glider times into the more aviation type of times, like Lyle Byram, he set it up in such a way that it had longevity built into it. And obviously it's been holding up because for the most part it's still the same airplane. The airplane, we kept it under $40,000. It's $39,995.99 with the 582, the E gearbox, the electric starter, the electric package, the EIS program for the engine, which is a monitoring system. It's not steam gauges, which seems to be the going way. The beauty of the monitoring system is it does the monitoring for you. You don't need to look at all of the gauges. When the red light comes on, I got an issue, we need to address this. We like that. Basic flight instruments, the airspeed and the altimeter, we put that out in front. The strut braced version of the airplane has more so by request from customers than by need to actually have that. The struts gave it more of an airplane-y type of look. Still, the geometry is still the same as the old Quicksilvers always have been. You know, that number, that formula has not ever changed, and that's what makes the airplane with the safety record that it's got, we feel, is because we don't change those numbers.
When we come back, the Sling LSA makes an appearance from California, and Rotax rolls out a new variant of the 912 IS. You're watching Airborne on Aero-TV.
ADS-B will be mandatory for most aircraft by 2020 in the United States, but you can benefit from ADS-B today with the Bendix King KT-74 Mode S transponder. The KT-74 meets the global mandates for ADS-B out when attached to a suitable WAAS GPS. Over the past 2 decades, no resource has compiled as much expert-valued information about the sport plane world than the Sport Plane Resource Guide. Over 1,500 pages, hundreds of aircraft, dozens of how-tos and directories. All this and more will be coming to the sport aviation world soon with the new, all-electronic and updatable Sport Plane Resource Guide for your iPad, iPhone, Kindle, tablet, PC, or other electronic devices. Get your order in now. www.sportplane.com.
Welcome back. If you'd like to suggest a story for Airborne, Aero-TV, our website, or podcast, drop an email to news-by@aero-news.net. One of the up-and-coming LSAs in the market is the Sling, which last year completed an around-the-world trip to demonstrate its flying capabilities. The South African company's U.S. distributor brought an airplane to Florida from California for Sun and Fun. Matt Liksnitsky from Sling says the airplane maximizes the LSA experience while flying like a much bigger airplane.
The way the Sling sets itself apart from the others is that, and many people have commented with these exact words, it's a real airplane. It's got much more length to it. It's not short coupled. It's not unstable. It's a stable platform. It's big. It's been tested to high loads. If you build it as an amateur built experimental, you can have it up to a gross weight of 1,540 pounds versus the 1,320. So being that it's been tested to both weights, it really is a very capable aircraft. It flies like an airplane should. The handling is where it should be, and the stability is where it should be. It's a real airplane. The airplane, ready to fly and very nicely equipped, sold as a light sport aircraft, sells for $130,000, and that includes an EFIS, a backup instrumentation, a radio, ELT, everything that you need. Leather seats, a leather dash, landed, registered, airworthy. We can deliver them in less than 4 weeks right now. We have them coming in consistently from South Africa. Customer support we do from California. And we're also looking at moving some of the manufacturing from South Africa over to the United States. So we're going to start doing more of the completions and more of the assembly and sub-assembly in California.
Each week, we share with you a sample of an online video one of our viewers found especially entertaining. We call it our Aero Video of the Week.
Final liftoff and land.
There's nothing like a P-51 on the prowl, especially one that's making serious speed in search of air race glory. The sounds and the sights are unforgettable. Search Precious Metal P-51D Mustang high-powered test flight on YouTube. You're watching Airborne. We'll be back after these messages with more news.
Since the early days of powered flight, pilots have struggled with landing in crosswinds. In fact, crosswinds and wind gusts cause more landing accidents than fog, thunderstorms, and icing combined. That's where the Redbird X-Wind SE comes in. By placing pilots in gusty crosswind conditions for extended periods of time, the X-Wind SE gives instructors all the time they need to teach the pilot the proper techniques for landing in crosswind conditions. For more information on Redbird X-Wind SE and Redbird's entire line of flight training devices, visit www.redbirdflightsimulation.com. Welcome
back to Airborne on Aero-TV as we recap the Sun and Fun fly-in in Lakeland, Florida. There's a new model of the Rotax 912 IS engine hitting the market. The new Rotax 912 IS Sport aircraft engine was introduced during the Sun and Fun fly-in on Monday. A development of the fuel-injected Rotax 912 engine series, the new model delivers an improved takeoff performance that results in a better climb rate and shorter takeoff run, even if the aircraft is equipped with a fixed-pitch propeller. BRP, maker of the Rotax engine, says that the fuel injection system, combined with a digital engine control unit, makes the Rotax 912IS Sport engine the most advanced concept in its class. Redbird has quickly become known for their innovative fixed-wing simulators, and now the company has expanded into the rotary wing segment. Redbird's Jerry Gregoire gave us an overview of the new sim.
We've refined the motion platform to do a couple of things. In motion, weight is the enemy. And so we had to come up with a very light, very fast motion system. So this one is much lighter and smaller than the prototype, and it has more motors on it. So it's giving us all of the motion cues that we need to get a pilot comfortable with standing on top of a beach ball, which is essentially what hovering a helicopter is. The other thing we've done is we eliminated the use of potentiometers anywhere in the control systems and have gone to position sensors to get the granularity we need in the signal and eliminate the problems of jitter that you generally have with these kinds of simulators.
And a long-term maintenance hassle.
And a long-term maintenance hassle. I mean, they don't wear out, and they maintain a high degree of integrity over a very long period of time. So we think we got it now. It's pretty great. It's improved my helicopter flying a lot.
Details of all these stories can be found on the Aero-News website at www.aero-news.net. And look for extended versions of these interviews coming soon to Aero-TV. Please remember, Airborne is streamed 3 times a week and is always online, so you can join us every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for a new edition of Airborne. I'm Ashley Hale. Thanks for watching.